Okay, here we go. Many of you like to use military brass. The only problem is it's got a crimp in the primer pocket, and you got to get rid of the crimp before you can use the brass. Well, for those using the 5.56, I have a simple way to do it. A lot of different methods to de-crimp the brass, but most of it's labor intensive. For those who use the Dillon progressive loaders, there's a product you can buy that mounts to the frame and will de-crimp the brass, but it's not cheap, and you have to modify your Dillon. I have a simpler, cheaper way. First off, you buy a large Dillon primer seater. Okay, large, not small. Okay, make sure it has the hex screw that holds the spring in place. Makes it easy to assemble and disassemble. Next, you disassemble it. Okay, that's easy. And you get the pin. All right, the end of the pin, that's the pin that goes and seats the primer. Okay, you notice it's been trimmed down a little bit. Here is what it got trimmed down. Okay, here it is. All right, milled down to 1.150 in diameter by 1/10 of an inch. Piece of cake. You can do it with a file on a drill press. Easy. Next, going to have to machine it. Okay, it's the little ridge right there. Okay, that determines how far up the pin will go when it's activated. Okay, you have to modify that by having it milled down to 25 thousandths. Okay, keep the same taper, same shape, because it fits inside the body of the mechanism, and that way you don't have any excessive wear. Once you mill it down, okay, you have this assembly. You reassemble it, come back up with this. Okay, now you put it in your Dillon. All right, you put in your de-priming die. Okay, and you start your brass through. You de-prime it, and then the next step, where usually you seat the primer, is you push the lever real hard and you de-crimp it. And then you go on, just keep going, and pretty soon you've de-primed and de-crimped all your brass. Easy.